That time is 11 o'clock on this late Thursday, September 13th, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Thursday night, September 13th, 2018. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. That's 11 o'clock, and we have a temperature of 62 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news is Hurricane Florence begins to batter the Carolina coast. It looked like Armageddon as gas exploded stray homes in Lawrence, North Andover, and Andover, Massachusetts. Cuomo sails a primary victory by the White House. Paul Manafort and his special counsel closed deal for guilty plea. If LeBron leaves Pittsburgh, Packers and 49ers are good fits. Wow. Flooding begins as platoon continues past the coast of Hurricane Florence with fierce winds and rain. We'll have more of that coming up on the Weather Segment on the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news coming up in a couple of minutes. Batham Shem Jean's killing reveals a deadly American lie. SRO officer near Chicago, Illinois shot on southwest side of the Stevenson Expressway. President Trump said no pressure to make a trade deal with China. Cardinal Dolan says not about Vegano versus Francis, but right versus wrong. Russia suspects in spy President Obama claimed they traveled to UK as tourists. France admits torture during the Algiers War of Independence. U.S. plans to pay $20 million to help Mexico deport migrants. Eats. Pair indicted for traveling meth in Plainville at Plainview Park Casino. Jeff Bezos says Amazon will announce HQ2 decision before the end of the year, but not tonight. Volkswagen is discontinuing the iconic Beetle after 80 years on the market. Trump, Jamie Dimon treats Mark due low in feud between billionaires. U.S. becomes top oil producer globally. Tropical Hurricane Elaine weakened into a 12 storm Thursday after lost wind speed, forecaster said. Israel demolishes structures near Khan at Al-Mar village. Governor Cuomo defeated primary challenger Cynthia Nixon in New York's gubernatorial primary. Census Bureau, California's highest poverty rate in the U.S. Elizabeth Smart asked prison officials not to release women who kidnapped her. Edinburgh's Mercury on Island Country Club tees off. All quiet now as disputes between Edinburgh Mayor, ex-city's council diffuses at public meeting. State and Edinburgh area health officials react to an FDA declared an vaping an epidemic. The defendant spared jail sentence in Edinburgh domestic assault case. In Foxborough, state police will be cracking down on impaired drivers on Bristol County later this month. Norfolk Fire Department gets a grant for air packs. North Edinburgh Town Meeting will address marijuana regulations. Veteran James Madden with a lair spent an August 5th between dinosaurs of Wayland disease, his hometown, is rallied on Saturday to help out a Faubourg Fire. Elephant bird mystery solved. Discovery Mania explained. Matter, world's largest ever birds. What? U.S. Russia respond to a space station leak rumors. NASA captures incredible photos of Hurricane Florence. 7 states now have obesity rate of more than 35%. Do you live in one? Dying daughter lived without pain medication on treatments for herself, police said. Renaissance Festival has hepatitis A officials are vaccination in Michigan. Renaissance Festival in Holly, Michigan. Okay. This is the latest on This is from the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency Urgent Matter Report number 2. This is 7 p.m. and it's 1 hour ago. From New England Solar Report. Gas line over perforation, North Andover and Andover Lawrence. The Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency continues to monitor and support response efforts related to gas line over perforation in the communities of North Andover, Andover, and Lawrence. Several fires have been reported in all three communities. Local first responders, public safety officials are responding in each community. A command post has been established at St. Michael Church at 196 Main Street in North Andover. 2 fire mobilization stationers have been established at the fall locations: Andover High School, Andover, Massachusetts, and Old Showcase Cinema Park area at Route 114 and 495 in Lawrence. At the Crescent America Lawrence, a wireless emergency alert was sent approximately 5:55 p.m. For the city of South Lawrence, residents were sent a wireless emergency alert directing them to evacuate the area due to the ongoing emergency. For those residents who require transportation assistance, they are being asked to go to the 1 and 3 evacuation assembly points listed below. Mount Vernon Ballpark at Mount Vernon Street, South Common at Osgood and Salem, and Everett Street Boat Ramp at Everett Street. And buses will pick up the public and transport them to shelters. This has been posted to the City of Lawrence webpage and social media. Merrimack College students, including Michael 7, have been evacuated as a precaution. Residents in North Island have natural gas is being directed by local public safety officials to turn off their gas and evacuate the home. Mass DOT and Mass State Police are in process of coordinating road closures every off ramp on 485 from exit 42 to 45 is in the process of being closed. And Mass DOT reports that the Line service between North Wilmington suspended due to Mercy and Andover. Passengers to be directed at Anderson, Woburn, and other transportation not available due to road closures. Local emergency shelter has been opened in the following facilities: Arlington Middle School at 150 Lawrence Street in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and Parliament Middle School at 55 East Anvil Street in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Peter Children's Time, 11:06 on this late Thursday night. Time now for a sports report. Boston Red Sox sweep the Toronto Blue Jays at Fenway Park 4-3 as they have the win number 101. In other scores by Major Leagues, Colorado Rockies 10, Arizona Diamondbacks 3, Chicago Cubs 4, Washington Nationals 3, final 10 innings, Baltimore Orioles 5, Oakland A's 3, LA Dodgers 9, St. Louis Cardinals 7, Kansas City Royals 5, Minnesota Twins 3, the top of the 8th, middle 3, Seattle Mariners 3, LA Angels 0. New York Mets 4, Miami Marlins 3 in first and second game, New York Mets 5, Miami 2. And Thursday night football in Cincinnati, it is the Cincinnati Bengals leading the Baltimore Ravens 28-17 with 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Ravens CJ Mosley caught it off against the Cincinnati Bengals. David Rats, most press conference announced one last game with the Mets, and Kirk Cousins back in beat such a tough week 2 matchup for Packers defense, and New Brands DT Deveray Blanche will run find a wall for Greg Williams. Peter Children's Time is 11:07 on this late Thursday night, and it's time now for a Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Baby, let's study off on the MB table with Haverline Service Beyond. North Wilmington is suspended in Mercy and in Andover. Pass will be diverted at Anderson, Woburn, and alternate transportation not available due to road closures. Another delays. Red Line Express delays up to 9 minutes to the single bottom and Haverhill at Harvard. Trains may start a standby or move slowly as they given permission to travel throughout the area. Worcester train 5:33, 9:35 p.m. from South Station stop at 5-10 minutes basket between Farmington and Worcester. And commuter rails are looking good and the ferries are looking good. Okay, looking at the around the Lawrence, Andover, and North Andover areas. Exit ramps on 495 are closed between Route 28 and Canal Street in Lawrence, Massachusetts due to the emergency. And we got an accident on 93 southbound after 129 in Wilmington. But otherwise, 393.95 looking good from 120 to New Hampshire border. Every trip back to the southbound side, it is slow after Route 93 in Manchester, which is positive trip back southbound side, so between Dover and New Hampshire. Several Expressway southbound side, so between Massapequa down to Dorchester, Massapequa westbound side, it is slow after Route 128 out in Newton and Massapequa eastbound side, so around Millbury stretch. Massapequa eastbound side, so it's South Boston stretch. 95 southbound side, so between 495 and Mansfield, Ohio, and 295 and Attleboro. 24 southbound side, so between Berkeley down to Somerset and 195 westbound side, it is so around Burger Bridge and 495 on the northbound side, so between Carver stretch and Route 3 southbound side, so southbound stretch and 3 southbound side, so between 3A and Duxbury. 290 eastbound side, so between 190 and Worcester, 290 in Shrewsbury. And 91 southbound side, so Northampton, Massachusetts. 84 eastbound side, so on Newtown, Connecticut. Red Parkway, both ends of Proctor in Westport, Connecticut. And up in Maine Tobacco, southbound side, also around the Great Maine area. And Ottawa 50 on both ends back to Southern Quebec. Peter Challenger's time is 11:09 on this late Thursday night, and it's time now for a weather report And it is clear blue skies throughout the New England region. And right now, temperatures in the region are in the 60s. For much of southern New England is in the 60s with the low 50s and mid 50s and upper 50s in northern New England. Right now, it is 62 degrees. That temperature humidity at 96%, 2.61 degrees, but around 3.25 inches today. Winds east, northeast, and it's calm. Okay, let's take a look at the latest on Florence. 11 p.m. advisory, 34.0 to the north, 76.8 to the west, and Master same winds 9 miles an hour, moving northwest at 6 miles an hour. And even though it's weakened to a Category 1 storm, this is still a very dangerous storm. Light, threatening surge and hurricane force winds are currently on the North Carolina coast. The further freshwater flooding will increase for the next several days. And storms, some of the watches warnings affect that storm surge warnings in effect for South Santee River, the South Carolina, the North Carolina, the Albemarle, and Pamlico Sounds included the Neuse and Pamlico Rivers, and the storm surge watch in effect for Idiot Beach, South Carolina, the South Santee River, South Carolina, and the hurricane warning in effect for South Santee River, South Carolina, the North Carolina, and Albemarle and Pamlico Sounds hurricane watch in effect for Idiot Beach, South Carolina, the South Santee River, the South Carolina, and Trussell warning is effect for North Carolina to the Cape Charles Light, Virginia, and Chesapeake Bay, south of North Point Comfort, and Idiot Beach, South Carolina, the South Santee River, South Carolina, and Indris Island, and the southeast of the Middle State should monitor the progress of Florence. Okay, at 11 p.m. late Eastern Daylight time, the center area of hurricane force was located by an NOAA double radar and a Air Force Reserve Hurricane under aircraft is lunar 34.0 to the north, latitude 76.8 to the west. Force is moving toward the northwest near 6 miles an hour and turn toward the west-northwest near the west at a slow support speed expected by Friday, followed by a slow west-southwest with more turn on Friday night and Saturday. On forecast track, the southern forecast is expected to move inland across the extreme southeastern North Carolina and then the extreme eastern South Carolina on Friday and Saturday. Fronts will be then recurve across the western Carolinas and the central Appalachian Mountains early next week. And data from the Hurricane aircraft close to surface orbit and NOAA double radar indicate that matches the same within 90 miles an hour. Guess little changes may be expected before Florence moves inland on Friday, and most significant weekend is expected on over the weekend into the early next week. While Florence moves far inland and hurricane force winds extends over 80 miles an hour from the center, and tropical force winds extend over 195 miles an hour, and the river flow station at Fort Macon, North Carolina, which report assessing a wind at 77 miles an hour, gusts of 100 miles an hour. Storm surge of 10 feet above normal levels will be reported by the National Weather Service Office at Warren City, North Carolina, at the Cherry Branch Ferry Terminal and the Neuse River, courtesy of the North Carolina Department of Transportation. A minute center pressure proven by the aircraft is 956 millbars of 23 inches. Hazard affecting land. The storm surge, a combination of dangerous storm surge and the tide will cause normally dry areas near the coast to be flooded by rising water is moving inland from the shoreline. The water is the potential to reach the fall nights above ground. The Cape Fear, North Carolina, the Cape Lookout, North Carolina, 7 to 11 feet with no locally higher amounts. The Reduce, Pamlico, Pungo, and Ray rivers. Cape Lookout, North Carolina, Ocracoke Island, London, North Carolina, 6 to 9 feet, and South Santee River, South Carolina, the Cape Fear, North Carolina, 4 to 6 feet. Ocracoke Island, North Carolina, the south of North Carolina, 4 to 6 feet, and south of North Carolina, North Carolina, 2 to 4 feet, and Idiot Beach, South Carolina, the South Santee River, and South Carolina, 2 to 4 feet, and Davis water will occur along the median coast and areas of onshore winds. The surge will be accompanied by large and direct waves. Then surge-related flooding can be very greatly over the short distances for information to this area. Please see products please by knowledge, local National Weather Service forecast office. And rainfall forecast is expected to produce heavy excessive rainfall in the fall area, some of eastern coastal North Carolina, and the far northeastern South Carolina, 20 to 30 inches, and I say 40 inches. This rainfall will produce catastrophic flash flooding and prolonged significant river flooding and rain area stuff. Carolina and North Carolina and Southwest Virginia 6 to 12 inches, that's like 15 inches, and this rainfall will produce life-threatening and flash flooding and hurricane wind conditions are occurring over the portions of the coast of North Carolina and not expected to spread across portions of the southeastern North Carolina and eastern South Carolina Friday, and tropical conditions are expected to spread inland. Across the remainder of the warning area Saturday, tornadoes, a few tornadoes are possible in eastern and southeastern North Carolina Friday, and as well as a journey by storms are affected remaining portions of the U.S. East Coast and the northwestern and central Bahamas are so it's likely to cause life and severe recurring regions. Please consult partly your local weather office. And taking a look at the radar picture and satellite picture in the eye of Florence, and this is the eye of Florence, and this is a hurricane putting together a lot of winds and a line of rain showers line from Kill Devils in North Carolina down to Wilmington, North Carolina, and Oakland, North Carolina, and heavy band rain showers in Smithfield, North Carolina, and this is and they have lost a lot of power due to the storm, and gonna time to see where this is a storm gonna be heading. And it is gonna stay put over the Carolina coast throughout the day tomorrow. So my friends in the Carolinas, hope you stay safe in this storm, and hope you're safe and sound riding at the storm in the shelter. Okay, close to home for the night. Areas of fog after 1 a.m. Otherwise, clouds about 58 degrees and common Friday. Clouds about going up and mostly sun's about 77 degrees. Common can run 5 miles an hour morning and afternoon for Friday night. Patch clouds about 56 degrees out east wind for Saturday. Patch before 9 a.m. west. Sunday the mostly coast about 77, low about 57 degrees. Common light southwest wind for Sunday. Sunday mostly coast about 80, about 58 degrees. For Monday, most sun's about 80 degrees. And Monday night, check the showers at 3 a.m. Mostly clouds about 64 degrees. Chance ratio 30% for Tuesday. Check the showers mostly cost about 70%, about 64 degrees. Chance ratio 45%. Wednesday, check the showers partly cost about 75, about 55 degrees. Chance ratio 30%. And for Thursday, sun's about 70 degrees. And that's me for Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Thursday night, September 13th, 2018. Viewers, hope you have a good time with a good positive to the not. See you tomorrow morning, more important. And in addition to the people along the Carolina who are braving the elements of Lawrence, keep the people who in your prayers in Lawrence, North Andover, and Andover after the gas explosion. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning with a more important. Hope you have a good night.